Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Vesperia. I'm MysteriousJG. I walked 1,000 miles to change the world. I've probably walked 1,000 miles over the course of my entire life, but never in one go. I don't know that I've walked 1,000 miles in my life. I've probably walked 1,000 miles in my life. Swimming. Recently I've been swimming a mile a day, 6 days a week at the gym. Last couple of months, let's see, it's gotta be, I don't know, I probably swam 100 miles in my life. Let's get to the game. That's what you want, right? Yeah. I know what you people want. So as you'll see, we've got a save that's like 11 hours farther along than the next most recent save. And that's because I've been doing a lot of off-screening. And in fact, I'm going to show you a little subset of what kind of stuff I've been doing in my off-screening so you can share my pain. Neither of you can understand my pain. I must do it for the death of my brothers. Who must pay? Sorry, this Liu Bei, Curse of the Han, took over there for a second. Now, what I've been doing is a whole lot of grinding for money. As you can see, we had like about 10,000 gil maybe last time. We've got over 100,000 now, and I've spent a lot of gil in my off-screen. I've got the Dark Seal equipped on Yuri, which increases his experience gain, but it also increases damage received and locks arts. But for everyone else is equipped with a blue Vesperia, which is an upgrade on the Vesperia, which we had one of. That gives you 1.5 gold. The blue Vesperia gives you 2 times gold. I really should have, you know what, I'm going to quick, fast, in a hurry try to find the name of the guy who's been giving me the good tips. I have, he's like my own version of illiterate scholar who's been helping Zerfall and Bobo out. Several people have given me little tips as we go, but the one guy whose name stands out, let's see, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Pandey Putu Basurama, who has this kind of like cool tiger spirit logo thing. He's been patiently, he's obviously someone who already knows Tales of Vesperia, must love the game, because he knows it, he's clearly played through it, and he's watching an amateur play through it. But he's been popping up with me hints here and there, and he pointed out that the Vesperas stack. So he never mentioned the blue Vesperia specifically, but I actually went and got a FAQ and figured out where do I find the ingredients I need to actually make this thing, and found them, and I have 4. But after a while I had so much money, I was like, I'm never actually going to spend all this money, so I switched Yuri over to something to give him more experience. And as you can see, unusually enough, like there's never more than a gap of 1 level between my party members. Yuri is now 2 levels ahead of some people. He's almost at level 67. So actually he does have a little bit of an experience lead, but we're going to take that off of him. As a matter of fact, we should probably take it off of him now while I'm thinking about it. And I don't really need that much money. I've got more money, I think, left than I'll spend. Or at least, I've got quite a bit of money, let's put it that way. So I could probably, you know, now that I think about it, I'd have to put a lot of thought into what I wanted to replace it with, and I hadn't really done that. I think there were things for her that I had in mind that would be handy. Spirit Bangle restores 10% of max HP when defeated. Oh, you know what? I want Yuri to have the thing that prevents physical ailments, because I keep getting poisoned by these like jobber monsters around the world. And we can give her gold boots. Gold boots, move, man. Yeah, you just set aside and never let that music catch you standing still. Hey, girl. So yeah, we'll find other things for people to equip, but you probably, I think I had the gold boots is what I was equipping on people all the time. Yeah, you know what, I'll just give everybody gold boots except for Yuri, why not? And I should probably think about changing this party too, once we get back into doing stuff. Thieves Tattoo, dice, I don't know why you had dice equipped. I think I knew I wasn't going to use them for anything else. And you got gold leggings. Alright. But yeah, you'll see, like, there's a lot of equipment. For those of you who know the game, like, I actually went to the trouble of gathering what you need to make the last fencer. And you remember how we'd occasionally see these little weird enemies that were shaped like stars? There's different color ones. They appear only at night at different areas around the world. Like, this is all very much aided by facts and game fact threads. I never would have figured this out on my own. But I actually took the trouble to get 5, actually got 6, so I'd have extra. 5 of each colored star type and made Last Fencer, which I think is one of the best. Like, when reading about it, people were like, don't bother to synthesize it. You get one by defeating the last boss with a certain attack. And I was like, no, I want to actually have it showcased during the LP. He gives you Super Chain 3, which I don't care about all that much, and Glory. Avoid staggering for any kind of attacks. That I like. And also it just has really high stats compared to other things I could equip, like a Gaia Cleaver. Like, these are not necessarily in order of what the next best item is. Second star, the first one is for him, a sword name with a deep message, whatever. Vission, this is like one of the Fel weapons. I guess the more you use it, the more powerful it gets, but I'm not using it, because this one I've got is way better already. Yeah, Judith, you'll actually see, has, like, crazy dragon fuck me boots now. It's a little ridiculous. I got a new shield for Estelle. A couple of people have new sub-weapons. It doesn't have the best overall stats, but for a while I had a new, sub-weapon for Rita, and that was why Draki the Dork, I think, wanted me to collect rabbit ears, or rabbit wings, or whatever the hell, from those flying rabbit enemies. So yeah, so I've got better weapons. I went around, like, just in the stores, at the synthesis menu, just lots of time. I was listening to, like, Old Dragon's Let's Play of Xenosaga Part 1, their builds are mocked. I was listening to Mystery Science Theater episodes. I was listening to whatever. You know, whatever. I was just watching, listening to other stuff while grinding for, as you saw, like, total playtime of, like, probably about 10 hours. So I don't know why I'm bragging on that, because that actually makes me sound like a pretty massive dork, but this became something I could do to just sort of be playing around with this game while also doing other stuff. I've got a long history of grinding in RPGs while doing other things. Let's get rid of this dice on you, just in case. When I do trade you in at some point, and I don't think to that's not a bad item. But yeah, when I don't even think to switch him over or switch his items, I just bring him into the party without thinking about it at all. I'm going to want him to actually have a decent item. Rebirth Ring's not bad. Fairy Ring, reduce it. Oh, you know what? I think I was going to give that possibly to Judith. Let's give that to Judith. And then we'll give Carol the gold boots, the gold leggings, and keep them gold boots moving that she had. Now, but part of the fun, and I'm using that term with, like, finger quotes, of grinding for items is that sometimes there's very low drop rates, or the enemy that you want to fight doesn't show up much. So, for example, right now I'm trying to get an item. I'm on the peninsula that Nordopolica's on. The only enemy I'm interested in fighting is this enemy that looks kind of like a firefly. Rufus T. Firefly. It only comes out at night. Freaks come out at night. And its rare drop, not its common drop, is the item I want. So here it is. But now I'm in a double encounter, because there's all sorts of enemies around here I don't have an interest in fighting.
Watch my back.
And enemies are more likely to give you their rare item when you defeat them with a high combo count. But the problem is, now I'm grinding for items against enemies from earlier in the game, and they're rare items, so they don't. It's not until now that they show up in craft recipes.
Invincible. Beauty core. I like that. What, are you calling yourself beautiful?
What the fuck's that? Like, Beauty Core's invincible. Okay, so they have this cutesy name for themselves as a trio. With Yuri being ignored, and Rita's like, "You're calling yourself beautiful, you dumb ugly whore?" Yeah. Yeah, Softail, Sharpbeak, Apple. I'll remember the name of the item when we see it. I think it was like Green Light, something or other. We didn't get it there. So, there's one battle where we basically wasted our time. As we're lucky, then we got a dual encounter with the enemy type we want. This is rare. I'm actually going to have 2 chances for the item to drop in one battle.
The sign of victory.
Yeah.
Yay!
I still didn't get it though.
Stronger and stronger.
Stronger and stronger. I'm actually getting pretty lucky. I have not been getting this enemy to populate that often. I keep getting, like, other enemies that I'm not interested in fighting. And of course, right now I've got Yuri equipped with the,
You picked the wrong people to fight with.
You picked the wrong party to crash. I've got Yuri equipped with an item that gives him immunity to poison, because it's a physical ailment. But I had been fighting with the thing that gives him extra experience. Which means he was getting poisoned all the time by these guys.
That was so easy.
And I could be trying for fancier combos, but the enemy's just gonna die. Like if I go for the Shining Dragon Swarm, which is my usual way to, okay, well let's at least get like, 6 or 7 hits on it before it dies. They'll just die before I get anywhere. Well, in that case, I just missed out, right?
Ooh, nice moves.
Really wasn't that nice at all.
All right, here we go. Yay!
Well, there we go. Green Light Stone times 2, so that is what we wanted. So I'm actually surprised. I was kind of 2 minds about actually doing this, like making you guys watch a little microcosm of the grinding process, but that actually worked out fairly quickly. And now they're popping up all over the fucking place. When I wasn't recording, you could never get them to even appear. But yeah, so basically, imagine me doing that times about 50. Maybe more. Because there's a whole bunch of items I needed to grind for to get these little recipes to work. And I was doing a lot of research, and I was finding out, there are synthesis recipes I can see, where the items won't drop. I can't get to the places, I can't get to enemies that drop those items until later. But a lot of them were things where I just had never picked it up before because it was a rare drop from some enemy that only comes out at night or in certain weather conditions. You remember way back when we were fighting the Wargarble, it only came out when it was raining. Well, I did actually have to go fight Wargarbles again. Like after all that plot stuff about how tragic it is that we have to kill the beautiful Wargarble, it becomes something you have to go hunt and kill to get specific items. Anyway, what is the Anubis Aspion? That's what I've been trying to get. So I needed 2 Hippo Breaths, 2 Treant Flowers, and 2 Greenstones. Hippo Breath is the only one that I had enough of before going out and finding these rare enemies and grinding. Not that rare, it's just you have to know where to go. Talk about bad breath. So hippos, I got enough hippo breaths while hunting for an item I needed for somebody else's weapon. Treant Flowers, I did have to go find those. And there we go. Gain a Firefly, Zadrak Peninsula, Green Light Stones. No value as a gem. But this is the Aspion. It is for Rita. It's better than what she currently has equipped, although what she currently have equipped may be a much earlier weapon that I just... Yeah, I was going through looking for things like here, Everblue plus A. She doesn't have that one. I've got an Everblue. I'd have to go find 2 Tortoise Tails. I know where to do that, but frankly, Dispersion changes. Oh, I do want that one though. Ooh, maybe I'll make you guys sit through another one after all. Great Deluge she has. Yeah, we need 2 Tortoise Tails. The point is that I've been doing a whole lot of this, like, look at how many different scarves there are in the game. And I'm finally figured out, because it was driving me insane looking at all of them at once, to use the L and R1 triggers to actually look at just certain weapons. I think I've taken care pretty much of every type of spear that's currently available. Judith has fewer weapons available to her at this point. Oh no, I don't have this. Oh no, I do. She's got it equipped. That's why it's showing 0 count. So yeah, all of the oars and spears I've got, almost all the axes, all the swords, oddly enough. But I'm having trouble here. There's I've got at some point open a fact. There's like repeat weapons where the +1 version. I can't do these Jiraiya's. I can't do both. I could do one or the other. I gotta go find where you buy Jiraiya's because it's not something that's showing up as something that I can actually synthesize. So, if it sounds like I've got a lot left to do, I do, but I've got a lot less to do than I did when I started the off-screening. And the initial purpose of the off-screening was just to grind levels, because we're getting into the end game, and also to get money, because we gave away all of our money as part of a quest for Estelle to impress her swordmaster, and then I knew that we were going to need more money. So there you are. Anyway, this specifically... Man, and Raven's got an insane number of weapons available to him, because he's got 2 different categories of bows. I guess it's not that much more than Judith's got. She's got 2 sets of weapons too. A lot of characters do. I think most characters do, other than Ravid. I guess everybody's got 2 sets, because Yuri can use axes and swords, Estelle can use certain swords, and what are they called? Wands? They're called wands. Or rods. So yeah, Rita gets scarves and whips. But at any rate, the point of what we had been doing was to get Aspion. Let's get Aspion. And we will equip. Oh, yeah, so she actually really needed it. I think that's why I went looking specifically for something new for her. She hit the point where... Oh, maybe not. No, that is Aspion, never mind. Yeah, she hit the point where she wasn't learning anything new. So I specifically went back to find stuff for her. So I'm not using pencil or paper to really organize it. I just find, by, you know, goofing around with facts and stuff, something I needed to get, and then go out and get them, and then come back, synthesize it, and look for the next thing. And, yeah. I also started vaguely trying to get back to cooking, because by the end of the game you want one of your... This is just like purely silly stuff to do to get more out of the game. Extend the life of the game. That must be the ingredient I was missing. There was a bunch of recipes I couldn't make. Thick bean paste made with extra care. Yeah, miso soup is good. It goes well with skewers. I don't know about that. Popular for its soft texture. But yeah, no, I've been doing a lot more with trying to cook periodically, because at some point near the end of the game, I guess you can just get a new title for somebody. I don't even know if that might be all there is to it, in which case it's kind of a waste, but you know, if Final Fantasy X-2, the game I'm playing after I wrap this one, that's my next RPG, is full of the same kind of thing, and if you like the characters, you want... You know, you enjoy little reasons to keep playing the game, little excuses to keep it going, even if you've resolved the story. And I have to tell you, I've obviously had my ups and downs with this game. Bobo made the comment to me the other day, you know, because I said something referencing Tales of Vesperia, and I was like, oh yeah, you're not watching Tales of Vesperia. And he said, you know, it looks like something I would enjoy, but every time you talk about it, you talk about how sick you are of it and how you want to be done with it. And I had to acknowledge that that was actually true. But I think I'm on like a second wind. Maybe not second wind so much as a fifth wind. I've had several points where I was getting really tired of the game and then got back into it because we finally got to some story or something. And I've started using it. This is my main focus, is LPing this. Like Mass Effect and Wolfenstein are kind of like, all right, I'll record some more the next time I really need to, but I'm not gonna make it my primary focus. This had been something, oh, I'll just record enough to make sure I can keep one going once a week. And I think that for me, like, it turned into a chore. Now I'm actually like recording this during my primary time. I've got time to record something. Oh, I'll record Tales of Vesperia. It's really helped. I'm into the game again for the first time in a while. That being said, let's actually do something. I'm just kind of jabbering away here. But yeah, I can't really... Oh, no, I was going to... Okay, between videos, what I'm going to do, I forgot. I was going to go check and see when was the last time I actually had a whole video of reading the library stuff. So next video, folks, we'll read library stuff. I know that's exciting. People usually do enjoy those videos, and at least when I mark them clearly, you can skip ahead if you're not interested. But yeah, just to show, this is new. Didn't have this last video. Didn't have this or this. I didn't have this. Did have the swords for Estelle, although I need to look because I think I got her some new stuff to equip and then forgot to equip it. Yeah. Christ Naga 1 Alpha, Christ Naga 1 Beta. Wizard Horns. I worked pretty hard to get Estelle all of her stuff. Because amongst other things I'm discovering... Another hint that I got from... What was your name again, sir? Damn, I should have just kept the window open. Another good tip I got from Pandey Putu Basurama was that I need to start getting the altered arts going for my other characters. Yuri has his just because I've been playing as him. So I've been trying to, like, they've been discovering altered arts on their own when I equip the right skills, but they aren't necessarily using them that much. He also told me to turn off a bunch of shitty magic that stuff like Windblade and Champagne, Stone Blast and Spread Zero, and I've got all of those stuff. So I didn't follow his advice on that. I probably should have while I was off screening, but I'm just seeing it now because I pulled up one of his comments to get his name. And look at that, it's like 2 more of those. It was like every 6th enemy that spawned was one of those when I was off screen, desperately trying to fight them. And now that I'm recording, it's like they're everywhere. What's JG whining about? This is the easiest thing ever. Whatever. So we're back to Dracula. Man, by the time this is done, I'm going to have to send Dracula the Dorka Hickory Farms gift box. I've been using and abusing this poor person who I think is a woman. The next round of things they want us to do is in Dawncrest. One of them I think I accidentally did off camera. I realized I triggered something that was a scene and loaded the game so that it wouldn't be done off screen. Hold on a second. Yeah, sorry about that. But there's that reminds me though. I had 3, and a total of 3 of those little pop-up scenes where you press the back button on your Xbox, and then little portraits of the characters appear and are animated and talk, and they're voice acted, but they're not. You know, those little optional side scenes. I had a couple of those pop up. One of them I think hit when everyone was at level 60. And it basically involved Carol here being like, "Yay, brave Vesperia is unstoppable. We're all powerful. Yay!" And then Yuri's like, "You're being too incautious." And Raven's like, "Oh, I agree." And someone else was like, "You're the most incautious ever, Raven." And it was kind of like, I don't know what they were getting at. It was probably supposed to be funny and just didn't Japanese humor that didn't come over very well. I don't know. More interestingly, and I really kind of wanted to avoid, like I kind of was like, can I load and avoid doing what triggered this until I'm recording, and it wasn't really plausible. I think when you spend a certain amount of time on a boat, like traveling on the water, which I did because I was looking really hard, I gave up. I was trying to find those little spawning points that we can see in the ocean now. Now that like that weird Italian dude put a crane on a boat, we'll sometimes see like seagulls circling this dark object, and we go and get items from it. Well, while looking for one of those to try to get like the ultimate secondary item for Estelle, a scene triggered where Yuri says to Judith, "Oh, it looks like you've got your sea legs," and Judith's like, "Yes, I'm feeling much better now. The sea breeze is so wonderful." Whatever. And then Rita's like, "What's wrong with the dog? The dog's like pacing around. You think the dog's sick?" And Yuri's like, "Nah, he's fine. Leave him alone." And Rita's like, "Hey, get over here, dog." Like, she was really being insanely bitchy for no particular reason. And Yuri's like, "Hey, don't pull his tail. He's afraid of the water." And she's like, "Get over here, dog." And there's just this scene. I think it was supposed to be funny. It's basically just Rita abusing Yuri's dog, who is, of course, Repeat. And then there was another scene, and I think this just came from you spend a certain number of game hours flying around under Baal. I guess he's Baal, because Baal is a name for Satan. But anyway, you're flying around under Baal, and a scene triggers where Raven is like, "Oh, this is the life, being up here in an airship, flying among the clouds. Hey, Rita, come over here and look over the side. It's a great view." And Rapide is also there. And Rita's like, later. And Raven's like, "Oh, come on, don't you want to hang out with old Raven?" And then Rapide's animated icon goes over to Rita and starts dragging her towards the Raven icon. And Rita's like, "Oh, let me go, oh, stop, oh." And Raven's like, "Hey, you heard the lady." And his icon touches the Rapide icon and makes it release the Rita icon. And then says, "You're afraid of heights, aren't you?" Rita's like, "No, no, not at all." And then storms off. Again, probably meant to be funny. Raven's like perfectly nice and civil throughout the whole thing. Doesn't make sure. It's just, so it's three little scenes, and I think in all of them, Rita's portrayed as being just like spiteful and bitchy for no reason. So there you go. Interesting. That's character development right there. Rapide being Rita. Too many characters whose name starts with R. Rita being a bitch. Oh, and that one other thing this whole video is going to be just me blathering on and getting nothing done, catching you up on off screen. I think I'll call this video that, if I remember. You can go back and check, comment on whether I remembered my plan, but my plan is to call this video Catching Up on Off Screening. You remember how Dracky the Dork told me that when you hit a certain cinematic, the dog stops peeing, the evil dog stops peeing everywhere? Look at that. The motherfuckers peed on like a third of the world, taking it back. We had almost the entire world. And there was no place we had practically that was, well, no, that's a lie. There was like one or two. But almost all the stuff that wasn't blue was blank, not red. Because there's a future plot event which is going to open up a few more places we can visit. But, you know, that cat told us we're going to stop him from peeing around here. Maybe that protects certain continents. Continents, even though these two dogs are incontinent, if you know what I'm saying. But, you know, maybe the animals of, you know, Dawngrest will protect the Dawngrest area. So this dog has never peed on Dawngrest again. But he's trying to take over Tolbikia, and I can't believe I actually remember the fucking names of the continents. Sort of do. Yorzo is... Hold on. Yeah, I think Yorzo is one of the ones that he's been... Yeah, he's trying to retake Yorzo. He's trying to retake... Wekia he hasn't really gotten to yet. Hyponia, that's actually what I thought I was talking about when I said Tolbikia, so never mind, I don't know what I'm talking about. He keeps trying to take back Hyponia, and then... I don't know what the name of this continent is, actually. I think it has a name. No, Tolbikia is actually safe. But this one, they actually named the fields after things on the continent, so... I don't think the whole continent's called Kagor, but anyway, whatever. Yeah, so Dracky the Dork, maybe it's just that by the time she got that far, she actually wrapped the whole quest up and finished it. But I'm like, oh, Dracky, oh, man, you've been so good to me, but you let me down on this one, man. I did all that work, and until I progress the plot, I can't finish it, but in fact, I shouldn't have bothered. As much as you guys enjoyed the dog ping videos, I'm sure, award-winning dog ping videos, as far as I'm concerned. The award that they won? Was it a formal award that was voted on? No. But the award they won is that they won your heart, folks. The dog ping videos. You know that they won your heart. Why did I switch? Yeah, I think I had Judith as my viewpoint character for wandering around town the last time I was recording. I never switched it. But now that she's got like the crazy black demon fuck me boots, I'm certainly never going to switch now, right? A pair of leather boots made from Ba'ul's shedding. So she's got like Ba'ul's like dead skin flakes and has turned them into boots. That's messed up. At this point, if I called it a video, I think we would be very slightly short of a full-length video, but we're so close to the end now. And I've managed to accomplish nothing except talk about my off-screening. No, we're at perfect 30 minutes. This is perfect. This was meant to be. I'm calling it a video. tease me and taunt me relentlessly if I do not remember to call it something along the lines of catching up on off-screening, because clearly we accomplished nothing in this video. That's not literally true. I got a new item for Rita, but yeah, it was just a microcosm. I'm just showcasing the kind of things I was doing off-screen. When we come back, I'm actually going to have another video. I don't think it'll take a full 30 minutes, so the whole video won't be a waste. But when we come back, I'm going to read from the Wonder Reporter's archives, and then we're going to do... Next item is called Bunny Guild. So yeah, there's some silliness to come. But, honestly, we're getting pretty close to the next plot thing. And as I look at this... there is stuff to do before the game is over, but a lot of the stuff that Dracula the Dork has written up, well, not a lot of it, but a certain chunk of it seems to be, and I think I've accidentally spoiled a little bit for myself here, unfortunately, by trying to figure out how much is left. I think this game, you can keep going after you fight the final boss to keep playing around if you want, and I think some of the stuff, I haven't even decided if I'm going to showcase, is post-story. So we're probably not too far from the end of this game, but I've been saying that for about 50 videos. Next time, Wonder Reporter and Bunny Guild. Can't miss that, folks. I'm MysteriousJG. Thanks for watching, and you can't teach that.